This is Horace, a vervet monkey who spent the past 5 years at Twala Trust Animal Sanctuary.
He has literally got an entire sanctuary, a wilderness at his disposal, and every day for him is like his best day.
Horace has it made out here, but his story truly begins with tragedy.
His mum had been killed by a vehicle on a busy road, and he's just so lucky that the right person came along, rescued him.
Horace was just 2 days old when the accident happened.
He was tiny. We call baby monkeys pink faces. They have these little scrunched up pink faces, and when you see that pink face, you know that you're dealing with a really, really little baby.
Horace needed round-the-clock care and heaps of love. Even Freddy the cat had his back. See? Video evidence. You can't make this stuff up. The sanctuary is typically a place for injured animals to recuperate and get back on their feet. And while the initial plan was to watch this orphan tag along with a troop of his own kind, well, plans change.
He got electrocuted. He strayed off the property and got onto an electric transformer. It was very, very seriously injured. It almost killed him. Sadly, one arm had to be amputated, and the other arm is also damaged from that incident. We were very concerned about this disability for him and how it would affect his life.
After his injury, Horace became a permanent resident at the sanctuary.
He's adapted incredibly well to just having one arm. Obviously, he's not as agile as he would be if he had all his limbs. He's just taught himself how to do everything that any monkey would do. It just takes him a little bit more effort and a little bit more thought.
Horace finds creative ways to make do.
I would say Horace's favorite food is a tie between bananas and then anything that he can steal. He is a notorious thief.
He's a crafty one, all right. Sadly for Horace, his injury will prevent him from joining a troop. His food-finding capabilities would be limited, and he could easily fall victim to a predator. Not to mention, growing up without a mom, he has no clue about the dynamics of navigating vervet monkey society.
Monkeys do operate within a troop with dominance is very important to them. And they can be extremely aggressive to monkeys that they don't know.
To get on, Horace needs friends. Turned away by his own kind, he turns toward the other residents at the sanctuary, like these dogs. But having endured their own trauma, these guys are not the warmest of roommates.
We have a lot of dogs that have been kept as security dogs, so they go through quite brutal training for that, often have pretty major psychological problems. And obviously they are chosen as security dogs because they're aggressive.
In Africa, vervet monkeys like Horace are seen as pests, and dogs are often encouraged to destroy them. How does Horace find an in with them? Well, we mentioned he was creative. While the other dogs are unwelcoming off the bat, old Isabel here seems cool. She could be a good first friend to make. Horace plays to his strengths, using his signature grooming techniques to win her over. In a monkey troop, grooming one another builds bonds and strengthens alliances. Apparently, it's a hit with the other pups too. All of a sudden, Horace is in doggy demand.
He's very, very clever at working out the different personalities and what he can and cannot get away with. He's trying to work out the psychology of that pack because he is trying to integrate himself into the pack.
Horace's services have finally awarded him membership into their club.
He is incredibly gentle with them, and it's really touching to see how he will judge that a dog's not feeling well or that maybe a dog is anxious. And often he'll actually lie down with them and have a nap with them, and it's almost like he feels this dog needs special attention and special care, and I want to make them feel better. He's taught me and everybody here how important it is just to persevere and to be resilient. Whatever life has thrown at him, he's dealt with it and he makes the most of every single day. And I think that's probably a good lesson for all of us.
A dog teaching a duck how to swim? That's ridiculous.
Lawrence is really a very funny bird. He's an Indian runner duck, so he stands very upright, which gives him a sort of butler attitude, very dignified. He's one of a kind, really, because here he's the only duck, but he's also a very special individual.
Special in a few ways. For one, Lawrence prefers to live indoors. For two, his favorite snack is dog food. And for three, well,
Lawrence goes to water, but he stays next to it. He doesn't swim in it. I tried to put him in the water.
Allez. Allez, vas-y.
But he reacted as if I was trying to drown him.
Okay. But before we start to question the dude's duckiness, let's rewind the tape. A life alone was never Lawrence's choice. His mom actually rejected his egg. So the day he hatched, instead of having the warmth of a mother's love,
He was born under a lamp, in fact. When he was little, he kind of liked to be in my lap and to be stroked.
without a mom to show him the ropes or teach him how to swim, I mean, it's understandable. He just never really learned to duck. Desperate for companionship, he tried to partner up with a few different neighbors. A sheep, a rooster, some cats, some dogs, but none of them were really digging his vibe.
Cléo, doucement.
Geneviève thought her duck might be destined for a life of confusion and letdowns. And then, he started paying attention to her 7-year-old Labrador, Helios.
Lawrence started following Helios everywhere. It's a quite odd friendship. Helios doesn't really bother about Lawrence. He's very patient with him. He's followed all day long. It's a one-way friendship.
So Helios isn't exactly enamored with Lawrence. It might be because labs are gun dogs, bred over generations to collect birds shot by hunters. Maybe Helios just doesn't understand what to do with a live duck. And maybe that's just the opening Lawrence needs. 'Cause this ducky follows that doggy literally everywhere. Helios happens to love water, which got Geneviève thinking, might Lawrence follow the object of his affection far enough to face his deepest fears? It was a nice idea, but Lawrence wasn't with it. And then one day,
I threw a stick to Helios, and he ran in the water as usual. Lawrence just followed.
holy duck, the boy can swim. And hey, not only that, in the process of overcoming his fears, the duck and the dog have come up with their own halftime performance.
Usually when I throw sticks to Helios, when he turns back, Lawrence climbs on his back, holds on to his ear, and surfs all the way back to the shore. It's a special sport they've invented together. Lawrence stays on his back all the time. He just seems to steer him. He hangs on to his ear, not to fall down because it's a bit slippery.
What a dazzling display. And to think, had Lawrence grown up like any other duck, the world might never have known these two species could hang, in the water no less.
If Lawrence had been brought up by a duck mother, she would probably have taught him to be afraid of dogs. I think that Lawrence sees him as his friend, really.
Vas-y.
A friend. Someone to follow to learn from, who helps you feel stronger and throws you on their back when you need a lift. Cheers to friends.